We are on the hunt to deep dive into Ionic paints and check if these are a must-have for your hobby desk, covering overall performance, consistency, drying time, and all of those in between. Ionic were kind enough to send me their basic set, which includes 12 incredible paints, giving you skin tones, vibrant colours, essentially everything that you need to get started. As a newbie, you may find these colours a little bit terrifying, but they honestly mix so well together. The whites and the skin tones, honestly, this could potentially be all you need. Ionic partnered with Big Child Creatives to create 180 beautiful colours, carefully selected in this range, giving you primary colours, bright colours, metallics, pastels, and everything in between. Let's take a deeper dive. These are 20ml, so most average around 17. So not only are you getting a higher quantity of paint, you're not losing the quality whatsoever. It's still such a high quality paint. The bottom of the bottles are also a same size as normal paint brands, therefore this will just slide straight into your hobby rack. Another thing that I love about these bottles is you can see exactly how much paint is left in them, which is so ideal. There's nothing worse than running out of a paint when you need a paint. Another feature I love is the smart lid. You can literally just flip it up with your thumb. None of my other paints do that. So that is literally a game changer for me. I can just get my paint on my wet palette a lot easier. Another thing is these bottles do not clog, which is amazing. I absolutely hate it when you've got to unclog your bottles with a pin or a needle. Drives me crazy. These don't do that. They also have a mixing bowl inside, so you get the perfect consistency every time. So I'm about to put these paints to test on my Age of Sigma model, testing the coverage and the consistency. So let's dive into it. So here I have my model and we are going to put some paint on my wet palette. Ionic claim the paints are anti-spill, and they are not wrong. Nothing is coming out of this bottle. You can literally count the drops as I squeeze it out. No paint is coming out whatsoever. These paints are a little bit on the thicker side, but they thin out beautifully to their self-leveling properties, which is great because there is no brush strokes left behind. So if you apply too much, it is not the end of the world, giving you that perfect finish every single time. Ionic also released a thinner and a thinner with a retarder. This slows down the drying time of your paints, and let me tell you, the thinner with the retarder makes wet blending a dream. It slows down the drying time, meaning you can get that perfect wet blend without the stress and the worry of your paint drying too fast. And they do finish matte, which personally I've always had a satin finish, and let me tell you, I am now hooked on the matte finish. Absolutely adore it. Ionic claim their paints are self-moisturising, and I do have to say they did last a lot longer on my wet palette than my other paints, especially mixing together. They mix together really, really well, but don't dry out really fast. I see a lot of these paints being used by professional miniature painters, and I think these are accessible to all levels, as I was kind of a little bit scared as a newbie in the hobby to try these out, but with properties such as the self-leveling, leaving behind very little brush strokes, I think these are quite beneficial for new painters because their models will look a lot cleaner and a lot tidier, and I think it also helps boost their confidence. And this is the finished result. I do have to say, I have fallen in love with these paints. The finish, just everything about them is honestly amazing. I would absolutely love to try out the pastel colours and the metallics. Like, these could 100% be my daily drivers and I would not have a problem on it. This video is also not a paid promotion, so these are honestly just how I feel about these paints. Just putting that out there. If you haven't tried these, I recommend getting your hands on the basic starter set to give these a go, and you will not regret it. These paints are also odorless and non-toxic. They are water-based acrylics too. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think down below, and if there's any other paints you'd like me to try out next. Have a great day.